What is going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of What's in the Box.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Baddest What's in the Box we have done so far, besides the FDF Mantis Angle Kit. If you guys haven't seen the FDF Mantis Angle Kit, Mega Mantis Angle Kit, go check that out. It is a super high quality build, but this stuff is equally high quality, if not a little over the top for the 350Z. But we gotta get the best for the Z, you know? It's my baby. So what we have here is some BC Racing coilovers. You know me, on the 240 I run BC BRs. So I had to get some BCs for the 350Z because I love the way the BC BRs handle. So we have some stickers, courtesy of BC. We have a little pamphlet, BC custom coilovers. Shows you all of what they have. They have a BR series of DS and RM and ER and HM and their badass ZR triple adjustable top of the line coilovers. The ZR coilovers are literally the top of the line. They provide 30 clicks of independent adjustable rebound, 15 clicks of independent adjustable low speed compression, and 12 clicks of independent adjustable high speed compression. If you want to go baller on a drift car, and you want to be like Chelsea Denofa or all the pros are running the ZR coilovers. Those are the baddest ones to get. On the 240, I just have the basic BRs up top. I want to get a seat time car, and I want to switch to the DS's in the 240 and the seat time car, but that's later on down the road. Speaking like the Z isn't later on down the road also, that thing's, man, it's never going to get done. So we have the product warranty on these coilovers. That's cool. Little pamphlet, disclaimer, please read instructions carefully before proceeding the install on these coilovers. And you might be thinking, why do they have this on a basic coilover setup? It's because this is not a basic coilover setup. Then, if you've ever done full out custom setups, you get this with a BC. It is a BC Racing custom build little card. It tells you what type of coilovers you get. So it says coilover type. They have BR, DS, RM, each 8 ER, HM, or ZRs. And I got the ZRs, the top of the line, baby. Coilover setup is other because it is custom. Usually it would be under drift spec, but I had these custom set up by Chelsea Denofa, so that's pretty cool. The springs, they are Swift springs, but they're also custom upgraded Swift springs. So the front is a 62 228 14K spring, and the rear is a 62 228 6K rear spring. So 14K and a 6K, that's pretty crazy. And this is the exact same setup that Chelsea Denofa ran. I gave him all the information about the Z, and our cars are pretty close to, if not like identical, and setup and weight and tire size and everything. So he set me up with the exact same setup as his Mustang, which is pretty cool. We have the pillow ball upper mounts, front and lower. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool you get all that stuff, but here is the moment of truth, the actual coilovers, what you guys came to see of what's inside the box. You know, that's what you guys are here for. So start off, we got the BC wrenches. Those are always just super nice, shiny. Lay these to the side. Oh my god, I've already seen these before, but every time I see them, man, they're a work of art. So right here we have the BC BR, or not BR, BC Racing ZR triple adjustable coilover with the Swift springs. Man, I just can't say enough. Just look at the build quality on this thing, man. They have the external reservoirs. You can adjust dampening here, then you can adjust the high speed and low speed on the reservoir. It's got its own external reservoir. Again, these things are triple adjustable, pillow ball mounts, custom Swift springs. Like, you can't get more baller than this setup. This is top of the line when it comes to BC coilovers. Not even Adam LZ has this in his S15. Okay, he's got the ERs and then they have like the HMs, and then they have the ZRs. So keep that in mind. I'm just kidding, I'm not talking trash on Adam. Adam has a dope ass S15. So in the other box, you might be a little surprised. These are adjusters for the rears, because if you know about a 350Z, they have that rear strut bar. So if you have a factory rear strut bar, they give you these so you can drill a hole through that strut bar and screw these on to adjust dampening. But we cut ours out, so no need in that. So for the rear, so the other one was the front, by the way. Here, I'll show you again. This is the front, okay? Okay. Now, this is the rear. And I didn't know the reasoning behind this until Chelsea told me. Chelsea told me that if you do a rear setup as a divorce setup, and I'll show you what that is in a second, you'll have less spring bind. You'll be able to go lower. You'll have more travel in the rear. You'll have more adjustments on the fly. This is what he runs in his Mustang, and this is what he suggested me. Now, I thought it was going to be a true coilover setup, and it is not, because of you have quicker adjustments, better adjustments, no coil bind in the spring. You can ride lower, you have more travel. So it's all around better if you do a divorce setup on these badass ZR coilovers, especially for drifting, is what Chelsea Denofa, the man himself, recommended. So this is the rear. It's a strut. It doesn't have the coil spring on it, like you might think, because it's just a strut. Like I said, it is a divorce setup. So this is independent by itself. So you have this on the rear, you can adjust dampening from it, you can adjust low speed, high speed, and then you have the spring perch with the Swift spring. Oops. Then you have the Swift spring perch setup that goes in the rear bucket of the Z. Now again, Chelsea Denofa logic was behind this is it is easier to work on. You have more adjustments this way. You can adjust the preload, you can adjust the ride height from here. You can also adjust it from here. If this is on here in the rear, you're doing all that squatting while drifting, you're gonna have coil bind. The coil's gonna, the spring itself is gonna kind of bend because of all that load, and it's gonna bind, and you don't want that. So that is why he did a divorce setup, which is different than a lot of other cars. A lot of other cars have true rears, but Chelsea Denofa actually runs a divorce setup in his Mustang. So this is why he recommended it to me. So yeah, that's all I got for this BC coilover, man. They're super sick. Again, Swift springs, custom Swift springs. Put those in the box. You know, the rear strut with the external reservoir, you have the dampening on it, everything, man. These coilovers are super, super nice. I can't thank Chelsea Denofa enough for getting me set up with these on the custom spec setup. I know he's a very busy man, and to be able to reach out to him and him help me on how to set up this coilover and guide me through the processes was a huge step, especially for a busy Formula Drift driver like Chelsea Denofa. So those are the BC coilovers. I'm super excited to run those. Now you might be thinking, what rear setup am I going to be running suspension arm wise? Because I have to keep a bucket, because Wisefab does not offer a bucket. So on that note, I'll leave you guys hanging. So just to let you know, I will not be running a Wisefab rear grip kit. I will be running a grip kit in the Z, like all FD drivers do. They run a grip kit, but it will not be a Wisefab. I do not like Wisefab. Way too much money to spend on Wisefab when you can go to other brands that are just as strong. They're cheaper, reliable, great customer service. I don't have anything bad against Wisefab. I don't have anything bad to say. I prefer not to spend my money on stuff that I can buy other places for a lot cheaper and the same amount of quality. For all of the guys out there that do run Wisefab, do what you want, man. Like, I have no bad feelings, dude. If you're throwing in some nasty angle off Wisefab, that's sick. You know, I'll applaud that any day. But me personally, I'm not a Wisefab kind of guy. Never been a Wisefab kind of guy. At one point I wanted it, but Wisefab is just not for me, so I didn't get it. That's why I got the FDF angle kit. But again, huge shout out to Chelsea DeNofa and for helping me set up these coilovers. And actually a huge shout out to Chris. Chelsea DeNofa put out the specs, and then Chris, don't know his last name, but it's right there, Chris on the bottom of this card, actually built these ZR coilovers. So, super dope of him. Super excited to put these on the Z and test them out and see how they do with the FDF angle kit and whatever rear grip kit I'm going with. You'll just have to stay tuned for what's in the box to see what I'm going with next. But thank you for watching what's in the box. That's all I have. Stay tuned for more updates on the 350Z. Stay tuned for drift event videos. I actually have a drift event Saturday this week, the first drift event in the 240. So stay tuned for that. We'll be filming it a little differently. I think you guys will enjoy it. Sorry for not being able to upload anything. My computer crashed, so I have to buy a laptop, but I'm still filming in the meantime. But thanks again for watching. That's all I got for you guys of this episode of What's in the Box. Peace.